Bum, 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 bum.
Hey everyone, today we're going to celebrate 40 years of Back to the Future with some Back to the Future memorabilia. I'm a Pepsi collector, and of course we all know Pepsi Perfect from Back to the Future 2, but I just want to take this chance to also talk about some other Back to the Future items I have. I don't have a whole lot. I'm not exactly a Back to the Future collector, but I have a few things and I just want to share today. The first thing is, as I mentioned, Pepsi Perfect. So this is one of the most iconic fictional sodas ever brought to life. Originally seen in Back to the Future Part 2, when Marty McFly walks into Cafe 80s in the year 2015. And he orders one with his thumbprint. So about 6,500 bottles of these were released in October 2015. I don't know if this is one of those bottles. I did get this from another Back to the Future collector in Quebec, Canada. It might not be the ones from New York, but to me, it looks just as good displayed on my shelf here. So, fun fact, I filled it up with Diet Pepsi just so it wouldn't get sticky over time. And there's a straw back here. It's supposed to be inside there, but I just want to keep it outside just to preserve the straw. I just tape it on the back like that. It's been taped like this for 6 or 7 years at least. So yeah, that's Pepsi Perfect. What else do we have here? Next is this Pepsi Perfect coaster. I got this off eBay. I got a few of them actually off eBay. I just think it's cool. It has the whole retro futuristic look. Pretty much the same logo from the movie. These are not supposed to be used. Sometimes they get used by people who get kind of freaked out, but they're still in good condition. So yeah, these are fun to have for display. Now next we have some Funko Pop toys here and a DeLorean. I don't collect Funko Pops. I know there's a whole craze around these. I do have these two from Back to the Future Part 1. You got Marty with his trademark vest, and then we have Doc Brown. And this is the scene from the mall where they're in the parking lot, where there's the JCPenney in the background. Here's the remote control controlling the DeLorean. He's got the goggles there. I think the whole scene looks pretty cool. This DeLorean actually is from Back to the Future Part 2. Mr. Fusion unfortunately got lost many years ago. That still bugs me to this day, but still looks good on display. So yeah, just some nice other items to go along with the Pepsi Perfect bottle. So here is the infamous Grays Sports Almanac. Just like the one Biff uses to change the future in Back to the Future Part 2, he takes one of these, gives it to his younger self, who can then bet on all the sports games and all the matches and become rich. This version here, it's fairly thin, so it actually doesn't show literally every stat ever from 1950 to 2000. In fact, the film developers and film creators even said the one in the movie would not be big enough to hold it. If it was a real thing, it'd be humongous. So instead, what this has is a summary of the season. For example, the final standings of the NHL season in 1959, in 1960. It just shows, oh, here's the Major League Baseball standings. So it just shows the final standings as opposed to the points from every single game of that season. So it still shows stats from 1950 to 2000, just not literally every single game. But it's cool that they still did this, just in case you want to flip through it. It goes up to the year 2000. So yeah, just nice to have as well. This one did not come with the book cover, so just like, or the dust jacket I should call it, which was a big part of the movie plot. So which is okay, but yeah, this came from my brother. I think it was a Christmas gift, so yeah, I like this thing. And Now we're off to a different section of the room. No pop cans here. These are Back to the Future Playmobil sets. We had basically a bunch of shelves here that weren't being used. Originally they were going to be pop can shelves, but I decided to I basically just found one of these at a store, and then just over the years I gradually found the rest of the sets. But here's Back to the Future 1. It comes with basically a paperboard version of Town Hall or City Hall. There's the clock tower. There's the cable connected to the lamppost, and then the wires that stretch across to the other lamppost here. And then this is the attachment that goes on the DeLorean, so when it drives by and hits 88, it's struck by lightning and goes off back into 1955. Here's some figures from the 1955 era. So here's Marty McFly on a wooden skateboard. Marty McFly with the Enchantment Under the Sea poster from their school dance, and there he is with his iconic red guitar playing Johnny B. Good. And here is 1955 high school Biff. This is the lightning bolt, and it's supposed to attach here, but there's just not enough room on the shelf, so I'll just leave it on the ground here. And then we have over here 1955 Doc Brown. He's holding the letters that Marty wrote to him to warn him what was going to happen in the parking lot at the JCPenney parking lot when he's going to get gunned down by, I think, the Libyans. Anyway, here's the bench from Back to the Future 1 with Jennifer Parker, and then Marty McFly with the sunglasses he wore in the opening scene. And there's the big giant speaker with a guitar on top. And what is he holding here? He's holding the Save the Clock Tower picture as a I guess just the way to petition to save the clock tower, because it stopped working. Interesting enough, because it got struck by lightning in 1955, and that's how they knew exactly when you get struck by lightning. In the back it says "I love you," written by Jennifer Parker with her phone number. Of course, a 555 number. Okay, up next is the set for Back to the Future 2. I have in the background, a license plate, Out of Time. It's not necessarily related to this movie, but it's just there. So I'm going to put it. So here we have the futuristic sidewalk and the posters from the City Hall in Back to the Future 2. So we have a poster from Jaws 19. This time it's really, really personal. And then we have a flying car advertisement here. Only $39,000. We have the hoverboards, so we have Marty McFly Jr. Is that his name? Yeah. Marty McFly's son. Oh no, sorry, no. This is actually Marty McFly going back. He takes his son's clothing. So he has the jacket, he has a hat, and he has a sports almanac. And there's the Mattel hoverboard there. It comes with these clear little bases, so they could actually hover in a sense. Okay, it's hard to balance, so I'll just leave it there. It's kind of precarious. Then we have Biff's either son or grandson. He's there with his giant bat. And then we have Doc Brown from the future with Mr. Fusion there. He's wearing his futuristic clothing. And then here we have one of the cops from Back to the Future 2. Find 1985 Jennifer Parker, and they bring her home. So there's one of the cops there. And then finally, we're going to go to Back to the Future 3, which is the Western set. Here's the town hall in construction in the background. Again, it's all paperboard. Then we have Cowboy, Marty, we have Buford Cannon, and then we have Doc Brown, And then we have a scene from the drive-in movie theater. Here they find Emmett Brown's grave. There's the dog. Finds out here's some dynamite to uncover the buried DeLorean. Here's a cool detail. They have the frame picture when they took a pic of the clock tower during that opening ceremony. And then we have Clara Clayton waiting at the train station there. And these are the 3 explosives that they used towards the end of the movie. So yeah, a lot of different scenes from the movie all here. Some of it might be lost. I know my kids like to play with these things because it's on the lower shelf. So hopefully all the pieces that are here. Here's a cool picture that was included, a Playmobil version of that picture that they took near the clock. And I'll just show you at the very bottom really quick. There was a DeLorean set separately. So here's the DeLorean Playmobil version. This plutonium thing you can actually take out and put in here. There's more plutonium from the previous sets. And you have Einstein the dog. You have Marty and Doc Brown wearing their safety suits. Different versions of Doc Brown. And then we have Marty holding the video camera. Twin Pines Mall sign there. And then a picture where his siblings disappear if you turn it to the side there. So yeah, just another piece. So all 4 shelves filled with Back to the Future Playmobil sets. I thought it was just, these shelves were empty for the longest time, so yeah, just a little bit of Back to the Future collection here. So hope you enjoyed the video. We'll show more Pop Can stuff in the future, and take care.